Okay, we're rising and shining. So today, in not just your foam roller and maybe a little pad for your knee, but if you have a like a gua sha tool, or we can just use your thumb if you have nothing, or if you have one of those sticks, we're gonna use that as well. So grab something like that that you can smash into your skin a little bit. Yay! Okay, so let's get started with rolling our calves out. We are going to stay on the floor. Oh, and you must have tea, of course, or coffee, or I don't know, something. It feels like a requirement. I never drink it, but I have it. Okay, so here we go. Let's do it. Calves. We've got 90 seconds on the clock. So start wherever feels like the most needy, and then we'll move on from there. So we've got snow. We got about 6 inches of snow yesterday at the house, which I guess is not so surprising since at Bachelor they got like 30 inches. Oh, more people incoming. Okay, that was our 30 seconds. That was our first 30 seconds. So one more minute. If that is feeling really good where you are, you can hang out there, but swap if you want to. I'm moving up a little bit. Same on the outside of my calf. Yeah, the mountain had like 30 inches of snow this weekend. I think it was like 2 feet overnight. So yeah, so we got 6 inches of snow, but lucky me, I got to run yesterday before it snowed, so I didn't have to tromp through the snow. Good morning, Em. Um, so yeah, it was like 33 degrees and rain, which I always say that is the worst case scenario. All right, last 30 seconds starting here. And actually, it wasn't in this case. How to make your worst case scenario feel like it's just fine. I was so happy to not be running in snow. I was so happy to be running in 33 degrees and raining. I could not feel the skin on my quads, but whatever, it's back, so I'm good. Anyway, hopefully you guys all had good weekends. And oh my gosh, our breathing. I don't think I breathed through that whole story. Okay, let's go other side, other side. We had Sarah racing, which we were talking about before we started the recording. Go Sarah at the little backyard adventure. When they say, I don't know, I just said that out loud for the first time, maybe the name of that race, and it makes it sound like little backyard adventure, like sign up your 3-year-old for this adventure. Like it sounds like it's so minimal. It's a 12-hour race. You get 12 hours to run a loop as many times as you can. And in the case of this, of Sarah's go, okay, that was 30 seconds. You get to do it in the dumping rain. She would say, because she's so positive, but the first couple loops were okay, or the first loop, it was nice. It wasn't that bad. Anyway, I saw pictures. It looked like there was some raging streams that were formed in the trail that you could have gone swimming in. So it looked like a day. Anyway, so Sarah kicked some butt and got in more miles on one day than I did my whole last week. So give it up. Nicely done. All right, last 30 seconds here. Also is the Shamrock Run, which Nate, nice job. I am not sure if I'm more excited about his feeling good all day or that I predicted his time down to the minute. So sometimes I get things right, and that one was really right. That was fun. I'm excited to look at that data. All right, calves are done. Whew. Okay, let's go to glutes. So everyone go ahead, one cheek on. Let's do this. Roll it out. We're going to do a minute on each cheek. So you can have this leg out and extended in the figure 4, whatever feels good. Holy smokies. Maybe it doesn't feel good, but you're going to keep breathing through it. If you're holding your breath, you're clenching your muscles. It's the opposite of what we're trying to do, so keep it chill. Okay, I think I've definitely updated everyone on this call, but maybe not everyone has been fully updated. Last week, I was asking about tortilla soup and if I should eat it after leaving it out. I ate it and I didn't die, nothing happened. Dodged a bullet. All right, anyway, so had to circle back on that one for anyone who is left hanging. We've got about 10 more seconds left on this glute until we go to the other side. All right, and nicely done. Other side. Well, summing up everyone's weekends of races and doing some bragging. I have to brag. Macy did her longest run this weekend. She's training with Brian for the Peterson Ridge Rumble 20 miler, which you can run with your dog if you don't know about that race. Anyway, so she ran over 17 miles on Saturday, which was awesome. And she definitely was chill in the afternoon, but she was ready to go with me the next day. So heck yeah. So anyway, that was exciting, and I had to brag about that one. All right, so we've got 20 more seconds on this glute. Everyone's breathing nice and deeply. That's my reminder in case you need to remember how to breathe. Like it's like you're Darth Vader or something. All right, we are going to quick get this foam roller right under our knees and zip through hamstrings for just a little bit here before we move to the front side of our body. We're gonna get hips, and then I said, I think before Em got here, we're gonna either use our thumbs or gua sha or a stick and dig in a little bit around our feet and ankles. All right, hips, everybody, let's go. So got that foam roller, pick a side. We are going to go inner to outer. So start more groin here and breathe. All right, do your walrus impersonation here. Let's go. All right, next week I will be conducting class from a Airbnb in Florida, and I think that Emily, my sister who joins us for class, will be in the screen with me. So she's nodding her bun. I see a bun going up and down and a thumbs up. All right, top of quad here. So you'll have to tune in for that. It's always fun doing class from an Airbnb because who knows what you will get as far as place to spread yourself out or decor or whatever. Maybe we'll be out by a pool. Maybe I don't know, it'll be super random on top of a pool table or something. Who knows? So anyway, next week, coming to you live from Florida. All right, outside hips. So I would lean down, maybe get on your elbow, get yourself onto your side, and here we go, outside of hip. Ooh, baby. All right. This feels good, actually. Holy smokes. All right. And let's just get in last 10 seconds and we're switching it up to the other side. I don't think we're gonna have I'm not bringing a foam roller. Okay, other side, inner thigh, groin area. I am not packing my foam roller. So we will be rolling on an imaginary roller or a wine bottle, or I'm not sure, but always fun when you're traveling. Maybe I'll bring my stick or gua sha tool, although you could really just use a back of your butter knife or a spoon. I know some people use like a jar lid. There's no need to buy anything special. All right, top of quad, everybody. All right. So I made these chocolate muffins. So chocolate muffin is basically like a sad cupcake. Okay, so a muffin should be here's my hot take. A muffin should be like fruit muffin, crumbly topping, if there's any topping, or just like, the expectation that this is breakfast. Sweet is good, doesn't have to be, but it's fine. If it's chocolate, on the other hand, okay, let's go outside. Chocolate muffin, that just is like a naked cupcake that you just stopped you stopped at a step and you didn't complete your task. So anyway, so my I'm not doing that again because it just feels like something is missing and it's so sad. I would rather have a blueberry muffin or a chocolate cupcake. So there we go. I'm missing some icing, is what I'm saying. I'm missing icing in my life. All right, finishing up here in the last 10 seconds. Good work. All right, so I mentioned the word gua sha. If for those of you who haven't been to a practitioner who's done that, this is the one I use, but man, they come in all shapes and colors and sizes, but truly you can use your thumb. You could use anything. When I have bare skin, I often use lotion because then it doesn't sort of have friction on my skin as much. But we're gonna do both of our feet and sort of around our low ankle. Racing this weekend, long runs getting longer. So if you're using your thumbs, you can take both thumbs and sort of push through your arch, getting that plantar fascia. If you've got your gua sha, you can just rub up and down, basically just bringing some blood flow to that spot. These are spots that don't get a ton, right? Anything that is the plantar fascia is not a muscle, it's a tendon. So we want to get blood flowing to those connective tissues. If you're using a tool like this, you might feel like that's the technical term I was using. Sorry to get all sciencey on you guys, but those are the fibers. Basically, the fibers get misaligned. We want to get them back in line. So when we're using our thumb, it's a little bit more like a massage, just kind of like what we're doing with our foam roller. When we have the gua sha, it's helping lining up those fibers. So, okay, we've got got our foot, got the base there. Now, if you're looking from your heel up, that's around your Achilles. On each side, you can do the same thing. So you can push up through. You can use your gua sha here a little bit. We're just going to get on one side of the Achilles here, and then we'll switch to the other, and then we'll do the other side. We don't have to do it for a ton of time, but want to, okay, other side. Want to get in some blood flow around these connective tissues that maybe isn't getting so much and could use a little bit of loving. So that's what we're doing right now. All right, giving it some loving. Super. Oh, this feels good. Also, you could do this later if you're watching some kind of seminar for your work. That's a thing. Okay, thumbs or gua sha onto your plantar fascia the other side. Or if you're watching bad TV tonight, or instead of doom scrolling on your phone, spend a couple minutes doing this one instead. Oh my goodness. The scroll. Sometimes I'm like, oh, look, it's Substack. That's so wholesome. And then I'm just still scrolling. So anyway, I could use a scrolling diet, that's for sure. All right. And let's go ahead and get the sides of our Achilles. So if this feels good, if you've got a system that feels good or feels effective, maybe it doesn't feel so good, but let's do that. So whether that's your tool or your thumbs, for me, the tool feels good. The thumbs feel different. And in this case, feels really good. Like I need it. Like maybe someone could just follow me around and push their thumb into this side of my ankle. That would be great. It feels amazing. All right. Ooh. Okay. And then other side. And then we are gonna get moving. We got stuff to do. Time is flying. Hey. Yeesh. All right, all right, all right. Let's get going with our mobility here. So let's keep our foam rollers. Let's put them out so we can get our heels under. We did this last time, I think, getting stretched through our legs and hamstrings, calves. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull our toes towards our face and we're going to bring our chin down to our chest at the same time. So as we bring our chest stays up, but our head comes down. So we're just bending through the neck. That helps with some nerve movement. And hopefully this feels good through the whole back side of your legs, your posterior chain. It shouldn't feel so intense that you're like, I can't do this one. It should feel effective and like you're getting that stretch, but you're not hurting yourself here. All right, let's do 2 more. And then we are going to come into a half kneeling position. So if you want something for under your knee, make sure you've got it. All right. So keep your foam roller nearby. Go ahead and get something for under your knee. We are going to get into good alignment, so making sure our knee is directly in front of our bodies. Grab your foam roller for me, and then we are going to twist as we come forward a little bit. So come forward and twist, come back, and then come back forward. Yeah, okay. Now, let's do the same thing, but at the top here, squeeze glute. Now get that twist. While we're staying in one spot with the glute tight, you should feel that through your top of quad, through the whole quad actually. All right, and then last thing on this side, we're gonna take this, we're going to lift, and as we lift, we're gonna keep our glute tight, but we're gonna come forward a little bit. So glute stays tight, come up, forward just a little bit. So as you bring up that foam roller, so we're elongating everything here. Good. And you can, of course, release glute when you're down, and then as you come up, squeeze it again. All right, and one more. Good, let's do other side. Here we go. So other side, we're coming forward and back. No need for glutes doing anything special here. We're just moving through this range of motion, getting your knee over your toes. Hopefully this feels good. All right. And now keep the same twist position, but glutes tight. So now you should, this should feel a little bit different. Glute stays tight. So this gets a deeper stretch here as we twist. Good. And now let's go ahead and lift. Glutes tight at the top, release. Good. All right. It's like we're showing our foam roller. We did it. Okay. Good. And 3, 2, nicely done. All right. Before we put our knee pad anywhere, let's go ahead and put our toes, flip our toes underneath. So now you are sitting with your toes getting a big stretch. So we sort of warmed up that plantar fascia a little bit. Now we're getting a stretch through our toes, the plantar. For some of you, you might have to sit up here. That stretch might be too intense. Some of you could sit way back. You decide where that is. You're not trying to break off any of your toes. You're just trying to get a stretch that feels good, like, oh, what a relief. Get in a couple big breaths. Nicely done. Okay. We are going to go into a bird dog position. So if that for you requires a pillow under your knees, that's fine. If you don't, no need, that's totally good too. So the bird dog position starts with a really good tabletop. And then we are going to start with our left arm. Okay, so everyone start with that left arm, just jut it out. Let's go right leg, jut it out. Now to make sure we're in the right position, I want you to squeeze the glute of that right leg, push your heel backwards so that leg is really stiff and in place. If someone came and pushed it around, they couldn't. Now let's get our arm extended like we're gonna reach for something 1 more inch and hold 3, 2, 1, elbow to knee, and then go right back into that position. So I'm not gonna talk you all the way through it. You know what it felt like. Go right back into it, elbow to knee. 1 more here. Nice long hold here, 3, 2, 1. Nicely done. Okay, let's do the same thing on the other side. So first we go out with the right arm. Then we go back with the left leg. We squeeze the glute. We reach for something in front of us. Really reach it out. And then elbow to knee. Go right back into that position where everything's nice and tight. Elbow to knee. Reach 1 more time. Reach, reach, reach. Squeeze, glute, heels back, and back to our tabletop. While we're in this tabletop, let's thread the needle. So go ahead and pick a side, doesn't matter to me. You can go with a bent arm up. You can raise your arm like you've got a question in class. Either way, bring it through. Exhale as you bring your shoulder down. And then 1 more time, let's big open. And this one we're gonna hold a little longer. Good. Bring your shoulder down. Arm comes through. You can rest your head on the ground if you can get there, but big exhale. Good. All right, come on back up. Let's get the other side. So opening up and come on through. Big exhale to give yourself some space to get down. And 1 more time. Big opening and come on through. We can hold this one for a sec. As you breathe in, that's okay to come up a little bit. And then when you exhale, you can get down a little more. There's just more room when you've got that big exhale and your chest cavity is not full of air. That's what we're looking for. Good. All right. Come on back up. If you can reach your foam roller, you can use it. You can also use your couch. We're going to get into a low squat. And I want you to have something to hang on to. Mostly because we're going to do this for a little bit. Sarah, if you're very sore, this might feel annoying. So if you just roll off the screen, I'm not going to say a word. All right, so we're going to be in this low squat. Sarah's like, whoop, no, that she's not doing that, but you can. Okay, so from this position, you can have your foam roller high or low. We are going to work on a big twist up. If you're hanging onto your chair, that works too, right? Alternating sides. Watching your hand. So as your hand comes up, your eyes follow. Good. So we're tricking us into staying in this low squat position that we should be able to hold for a while, but we can't because everything's tight, right? So collect some time in this position. We get to hang on to something to help our heels come down a little bit more. Good. Let's do 1 more on each side. Here's 1. And here is the other. Nicely done. All right, keep that foam roller right near you because we are almost to the point where we're going to use it on our backs, but let's all have a seat together. Let's get into a figure 4. So I've got my right foot onto my left knee. All right, I want you to extend your back so it's nice and long. Now we're going to take this right foot here and bring it down towards the ground. So just keep this movement going. Good. All right, keep this going. If you get down all the way to the ground, great. You can see I do not. I have plenty of space for me to get all the way there. So I don't have to really move in a way that feels weird. This way feels like a good stretch, and that's enough. Let's go ahead, other side, everybody. All right. Well, that's tight. All right. Keep this going. All right. Okay, I'm gonna stop making sounds of how terrible this is. Because we're gonna end on a high note, right? We're gonna end by rolling our backs. So let's do it now. Hopefully your foam roller is right near you. You can just grab it and go. Let's get an inventory of how our back feels. Oh, crack, snap, crackle, pop. Okay, so Sarah made a recipe that was basically Rice Krispie treats, but instead of Rice Krispies, it was potato chips. So I was thinking about a product that were potato sticks, which is you never see that. I don't know if even Emily remembers, maybe she does. Our Nana used to serve them. Yep. So Nana used to serve them to us, but I've never seen them anywhere except for her. But I was thinking that in the Rice Krispie treat that is potato chip, the potato stick would hold up really well. So anyway, Sarah, okay, keep on rolling your back. I'm gonna give us another minute and a half. I am rolling my armpit. You do not need to join me. If you found a spot that is giving you some all the feels, whichever way the feels are, stay there. All right, I'll just keep counting us down by the 30 seconds. So anyway, I was in Fred Meyer's era, and there is a very lonely part of the potato chip aisle, but there is a brand of potato stick. It is not the brand I remember from my childhood, but that is probably not a reliable memory since that was a million years ago. Anyway, but if it's something in your product testing, I know you were gonna try like a robust ruffle or something like that. You could also try the potato stick and see how that goes, or I will have to try it. Anyway, there you go, recipe idea, or just delicious snack idea is the potato stick, which I don't know if those were cool back in the 80s when we were being served them by our Nana. I kind of doubt it. They were probably on sale, which would hold up right up. So anyway, yeah, so potato sticks, it's a product. They're like little matchsticks, but potato chips. All right. Oh, we are getting to the end of this. If this feels good, no need to stop, keep going. If you have meetings, just tell them you're busy foam rolling your back and keeping good care of your tissues. That would be a fun out of office. I'm taking care of my tissues. I don't know. Emily's like, no, stop. All right, I'm gonna stop recording now.